Welcome to another episode. This is going to be a new format, and I hope you like it. So let's begin. If you've been watching wrestling, every week it seems you have those that are calling out for Roman Reigns to turn heel, even though WWE continues and insists on promoting him as a babyface. And as you can see from the title, a paradox. A paradox is something that is self-contradictory. It appears one way, but is actually is a contradiction of itself. And I've seen so many of these articles from these websites, always parroting the WWE talking points. And I found this one from the Inquisitor. Roman Reigns' actions on Monday Night Raw signified the start of heel turn. And this is from May 17th, 2017, when he was scheduled to take on Finn Balor. Roman Reigns has been a polarizing character in WWE for years now. While he has many fans who love to cheer for him every chance they get, there are just as many who boo him loudly. Okay, and let's take that key word, polarizing. That is definitely a WWE talking point pushed onto the audience. Of course, that started with John Cena, and polarizing means and is defined as someone or something that splits factions or groups into different groups. And as we had with Cena, they did that because of the chants, the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chants. Even though there is a majority of people who didn't like Cena and don't like Cena, the group that does like Cena is young fans and women. And it's almost the same thing with Roman Reigns now, only it's more like 80-20 of people who don't like him, and only 20% of people who do like him. After this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, there were a lot of things that happened on the show that made it look like WWE was finally starting to move Roman Reigns more to the heel side. Oh, this is, you could say this every month about WWE and Roman Reigns. Oh, Roman Reigns, he did a half flip and looked into the camera. I think they're turning him heel. Listen, they're never going to turn him heel. Just like John Cena, they're never going to turn him heel. They have too much money invested in him, in promoting him, and TV time. They are going with him all the way. They're never going to turn him heel. Get it out of your head. Did you not learn from the last 8 to 10 years of John Cena? It all started in the promo that opened Monday Night Raw. General Manager Kurt Angle came out to the ring and told the crowd that Braun Strowman might miss up to 6 months following the surgery on his elbow. Angle then revealed that Strowman was lined up for a Universal Championship match with Brock Lesnar, and now he would announce a fatal 5-way match. So yeah, Braun got surgery, and obviously, I guess, according to this article and some rumors, they were lining up a Strowman versus Brock match. Of course, probably to show how strong Brock is when he would defeat Strowman. So later on, it would be a much bigger matchup against Reigns. That brought out Roman Reigns first. And normally, Roman is ready for a fight and always likes to prove himself in the ring. Oh yeah, he's always ready for a fight. He's always sticking his nose into the popular performer's business because he has to leech off the popular performer because he's not a popular performer himself. However, something changed on Monday Night Raw this week. Oh, what was that? What changed? Reigns acted smug. Smug. That's his persona is smug, arrogant. He's a smug, arrogant, entitled, privileged punk since day one, since he debuted with the Shield, and told Kurt Angle that he didn't like the idea, and he should be the only contender to Brock Lesnar since he took out Braun Strowman. Oh, okay. But when does Roman Reigns come out and say he's the best? Uh, did you already forget? It's my yard. I mean, this is the what I hate. Uh, oh, this week something finally changed. Something broke. You could tell something was different. No, did you just forget about a month ago after WrestleMania when Roman Reigns defeated Undertaker? The night he came out at Raw. You don't think he acted smug then? When he had the crowd booing him for about 5 minutes straight, 6, 7, 8 minutes. It could have been 15, and then he played it off like when he pointed to the palm of his hand, and he said, "Oh, I got you eating at the palm of my hand." No, you didn't. You were supposed to go out there to a hero's welcome. That's what WWE wanted. They wanted to turn the crowd in his favor. They expected boos in the beginning, but then they expected and anticipated that the fans would turn around and start cheering for Roman and respect him because he battled the Undertaker. It didn't happen, and it won't happen. It was smug. Are you forgetting last year when he challenged Kevin Owens and in the promo made him look like an idiot, calling him a joke? He is smug. That's why the fans don't like him. He's supposed to be the hero of the show, but he acts, talks, and looks like the villain. Again, that's why I named this the Roman Reigns paradox. Most of the time, a face in the WWE takes on all challenges and proves he deserves the title shot. And this one promo moment, Roman Reigns made it clear he didn't want to fight for the title shot and wanted it handed to him. Well, no. Actually, what he said is he feels that he is the one who has the best chance of beating Brock Lesnar because he's entitled and he knows that he has Vince McMahon and Triple H and Stephanie in his back pocket and everybody backstage in his back pocket, and he knows that he's gonna keep getting pushed, and eventually he is gonna beat Brock Lesnar. Oh wow! And then when Finn Balor came out next, the fans clearly loved the Demon King more than they love Roman Reigns. Yes, that is obvious. They cheer for anybody opposite of Roman Reigns. What is I don't understand. Is this person, did they watch Raw for the first time in their life on May 17th? They cheered for Braun Strowman. They cheer for Kevin Owens. They cheer for anybody that's in there with Roman Reigns. That is when Finn Balor acted like the face and said that he deserved as much as chance as anyone since he was a former WWE Universal Champion and never lost the title. Yeah, that's true. He never got his rematch. But of course, Roman Reigns, he's entitled, and he feels he should be getting a shot at the title every time. Then Roman Reigns played the bully. Oh, he played the bully. He's the bully every week. Again, haven't you been paying attention? Didn't you don't think he played the bully against Rusev and Lana last year when he interrupted their wedding segment in the ring and caused Lana to go face first in the wedding cake and then laugh about it? You don't think that was a bully? He told Finn Balor that he wasn't good enough to beat Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, of course. Roman Reigns has been telling everybody that they're not good enough. He's the best. Reigns said that Finn had a lot of heart, but wasn't as good as him. Oh, nobody's as good as you, Roman, because they keep you strong every week. Finn Balor reminded Roman Reigns and his fans that he beat Roman Reigns to get the title shot. Yeah, that's true. Last year, when the Roman Reigns title run was an immense failure, they pulled the plug on Roman Reigns and used the excuse that he failed the drug test or the wellness policy as an excuse, which is bull. Because if that was true, they would have put the title back on him as soon as possible. To this day, it's going on a year now. He hasn't had the WWE title around him, so more bull. So then, of course, I love it when guys like Cena and Reigns, they get interviewed and they comment and they ask them, well, the reporters or the journalists who usually are always shills and they don't have the guts or the balls to ask real questions, they'll ask Roman, oh, why do you think it is that everybody boos you? Can you tell us? Much like John Cena's prime, fans have been dying for Roman Reigns to give them a full heel turn for the past 3 years. Again, stop begging. It ain't going to happen. And much like with John Cena's prime, it looks like that just isn't going to ever happen. Yes, you're right. It's not going to happen. Stop begging. Get over it. Reigns was a recent guest on ESPN's Cheap Heat podcast, and during the interview, Reigns was asked his feelings about a potential heel turn. Not only did Reigns acknowledge it, but he commented, oh my God. And Reigns said, you know, when you win and you whip a lot of ass, you're not that angry. I have been successful. Whatever we have been doing, it seems to be working. Really? Whatever they've been doing seems to be working? How do you figure that, Roman? You're promoted like no one else. You're promoted as the top guy in the company. You're promoted as the hero. You're giving every opportunity in the match to shine and against all odds and this and that. And they beat you up and you come back right away. And you say, and you have the balls to say it's been working. What's been working? You getting the opposite reaction that you're supposed to get? 80% boos instead of 80% cheers at least? Oh, and then this is the spin that WWE gives. It seems to continue to have loud reactions. Oh, that's when they tell you, oh, when you give them the first argument, to say, oh, well, it's not the cheers or the boos that counts, it's the reaction. He generates a loud reaction. Oh, and they love those reactions, those loud reactions so much, right? They love it so much, WWE, that they do everything they can to edit the boos of those loud reactions. Now, you don't believe me, right? You think, oh, you know, you're just a hater. You don't understand. Bullshit. Go watch any match of Roman Reigns on TV. Then you go on YouTube, and you'll see that the sound is different. They lower the boos. How could it go from deafening boos to the first 5 seconds he appears from the curtain, and then all of a sudden you don't hear anything? And I love it when fans who are at the show live, they post the video of the live reaction, and it's deafening boos. Nobody has been to more wrestling shows than me and the other guys on the roster. Oh, okay. It's your job. We are at every show. I watch every show, and I understand reactions. Oh, okay. You understand the reactions. So what don't you understand about the boos? The 80% boos. And I'm being nice. Sometimes it's 90%, maybe more. He watches and he understands the boos. So what is it that you understand about the boos, Roman? Don't you go home and he watches every show? Don't you go home and watch the replay? Don't you see that they edit the boos? You're at every show, right? Then of course he has to take a swipe at the fans, because that's what WWE does. That's the last grasp when they're losing the argument, to discredit the fans. You can be as informed within the wrestling community and the internet as you want. That's the internet. Everybody's on the internet, you idiot. I hate that damn excuse. The internet. Where's the network broadcast on? The internet. Where is the WWE's YouTube channel? On the internet. But that's their way of discrediting uh, fans. And then there is one thing I know, and it is listening to what kind of reactions are happening. Yeah, it doesn't really take a brain genius to listen to what kind of reactions happen. You get the same reaction every week. Oh, and then I love it when they say, "Oh, those reactions, he gets booed only on TV, not on house shows. He gets cheered." So what's the difference between a house show that's not televised and a TV show that is televised, whether on TV, cable, or the network? What? Those fans who are on the shows that are being broadcast on TV, what? They all conspire before the show or on the internet. They all talk to each other and say, "Hey, we're gonna be on TV tonight, so let's boo so they could pay attention to us." Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These are the excuses and denial and delusions of these people. Yeah, and let's just look at the kind of reactions that are happening, Roman. Just look at this. These are several drafts from previous years. 2009, 4.23 million viewership. 2010 WWE draft, 4.63 million. 2011 WWE draft, 5.22 million viewerships. And let's look at last year, where the decline. The decline's been happening since 2012, by the way. 2011, 2012. 2016 WWE draft, 3.17 million. Oh, okay, what happened? Oh, well, Frank, you know what? That was because during that episode, the NBA Finals were on, and everybody was watching the basketball game. Oh, no, and then there was the Olympics. Yeah, okay. And see, they always have excuses. Like, there was no basketball finals in 2011 or 2010, 2009, or hell, basketball didn't even get invented until 2007, because back in the Attitude Era, that's why Raw, SmackDown, WCW used to do huge ratings. Uh, Combined every Monday night, WCW and WWE would draw in about 9 million to 10 million fans every week in the late 90s. What's the matter? I guess once they invented basketball and football in the 2000s, it was over. The ratings went dropped for WWE, I guess, right? And then so look at the 2017 Superstar Shakeup, which is the draft. For Raw, it was 3.439 million, and the next night on SmackDown, it was 3.174. And now I can just hear the excuse maker say, "Oh, well, Frank, you see, because they split it up into two nights. So if you really combine the number, it's six. They're doing better than ever." No, bull. Stop making excuses. Stop begging. And here, we'll look at some hard numbers. These are the ratings for this year so far. Oh, look at these averages: 2.0, 2, all low twos. Oops, we have a spike. I'll say that's probably the episode after WrestleMania. And boop, 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 boop. Oh, look at that. Starting in May, 1.99, 1.9, 1.8. Oh, look. Do you notice the trend? You notice the trend? Very low. And again, these just in 2010, 11, 2012, these numbers were 4.09, 4.49. Then it started going down to the high threes, the mid threes, and look where they're going. Do you see a trend? What's the matter? The basketball games again this year? What's on? The replay of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is on. And these are the ratings for 2015. You can see. What did I just not say? High twos, low threes, and this is when I think it really hits right here. This is the if you look at 3.67 on March 30th to April 5th. That's the week probably after WrestleMania of 2015. And again, that is when the night after Roman beat Triple H and became the champion. I believe though, right? 2014 was Daniel Bryan. Yeah, in 2015 I think was Roman Reigns Triple H. I could be wrong, but anyway, you look again. That is when the big drop happened. It was holding steady in the high low threes, then high twos. They spiked, and then it's going back down. And that trend continued to go down last year, all the way to now. And so, what is the trend going to be going further? And who's to blame? Is Roman Reigns is to blame? Listen, you could say Frank, you're a hater. It's not Roman Reigns. Who is it? Roman Reigns is the focus of every show. Just about. Everybody knows he's going to win eventually. It's nobody could beat him. He's going to beat everybody. If he loses now maybe if he loses once in a while, he's protected. Braun Strowman has to drop an ambulance on him just to keep him out for 1 week. It's ridiculous. And then of course there was the leaked online on the internet, and of course this is probably comes from some writer, but I mean, come on, are these leaks or predictions, rumors so far fetched? There was the leak that they already had WrestleMania 34 plans set up, and the main event of WrestleMania 34, rumored to be, is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Of course, you know that's going to be another Roman Reigns coronation against Brock Lesnar. He's going to beat the Beast probably for the Universal title. And what do you think is going to happen afterwards? After that after he gets the win, the crowd's going to boo again. The whole crowd. I guess they loved that reaction. The WWE. They loved that big reaction, and the reaction it causes at home when the TV remote controls click to another channel. Oh, well, Frank, you don't understand. Today they have other technologies. People are cutting the cord with cable. People are watching it on their devices, on their iPhones, and DVRs. Okay, so explain to me how the network subscriptions have remained stagnant at 1.5 million in the last 2 years. Oh, well, that's because they haven't opened in up markets like China and India. Bullshit. They're all over the world. They're in over 100 countries. Nobody's buying it, and it's $10. Nobody wants it. It's not that important. Why would you want that? I mean, I got the network because I guess I do reviews and just to keep up with it. It's trust me, it's getting hard to watch pay-per-views. That's another thing. You can't. I was watching Backlash the other night, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, you can't tell I can't tell the difference between a pay-per-view and a regular Raw SmackDown. The production has become so much, and it's the same on every show. High production on Raw, high production on SmackDown, and it's the same production on the pay-per-views. Nothing changes except the text in the LED screens. The network specials, pay-per-views don't feel that special anymore. All it is, it's a commercial-free show. That's all it is. You get long matches, title changes, and that's it. What's the difference? But of course, they're so desperate to keep the ratings up above water on TV, so they have to go all out on those shows with the production. So yeah, this is why people are tuning off. This came just after the heels of Roman Reigns beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and just weeks later they revealed that the plans would be for Roman to face Brock. Oh, but of course the fans. That's another thing I hate. The fans. Brock Lesnar, he's never on TV. He's a part-timer. What? Well, what do you need him on TV for? Every week? To beat up everybody? And then the other part of that article was WrestleMania 35 rumors were leaked, and he was going to. They had it penciled in that Reigns would face Cena. Oh, this is a match that I really would love to see. Not as the main event and no title. I want to see who gets booed out of the building more. You'll probably have a 50-50, maybe 60-40 chance for Cena, fans for Cena and against Roman. It might be, this may be the only time that Cena has the fans in his corner. And who would win this match? If going to WrestleMania 35, who'd win it? I don't know. I would have to say Roman Reigns. I guess John Cena would pass the torch because he'll probably be. He's already doing movies, but anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I mean, you tell me what tell me what you think. I left the rating. I showed you the ratings. I said Roman Reigns is paradox. He's never gonna turn heel. Like and subscribe and tell me what you think.